Hi, my name is Michela and I'm from Italy. Today I'm going to make pizza with kimchi and gochujang. First of all, let's make the dough. These are the ingredients I'm going to use. With these quantities, you could make 2 medium-sized pizzas or 3 small ones. First, I dissolve the yeast in the water. Then I add the flour and start mixing by hand. When I'm close to the end of the process, I add olive oil and salt. Then I cover the bowl with a wet towel and let it rest aside for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, I stretch and fold the dough. And then I recover it and leave it to rest for another 20 minutes. I stretch and fold the dough again. Then I rub a little olive oil on the bowl surface. I leave the dough to rest for 4 hours. With this amount of dough, you could make 2 medium-sized pizzas or 3 small ones. Here I'm dividing the dough in 2 to make 2 medium-sized ones. I'm folding the dough on itself on all 4 sides. And now the second loaf. If you decide to divide the dough in 3 to make 3 smaller pizzas, this is the size the small loaves are gonna be. I filmed both to show you and to practice. I then rub a little olive oil on the surface of a container and leave the loaves to rest for another 4 hours. I'm using this container because I think it's big enough to let the 2 loaves grow, staying apart from one another. After 3.5 hours, it's time to preheat the oven. During that half an hour, I prepare a bechamel with gochujang and stir-fry some kimchi. These are the ingredients I'm going to use to make the bechamel. First of all, I'm going to heat the milk in a pot. In another pot, I will melt the butter, then I will add the flour, mixing by hand with a whisk. When it looks like this, it's time to add the milk. As you can see, there are some lumps, probably because I started mixing it using a spoon instead of a whisk. If you use a whisk, there shouldn't be any lumps. Now it's time to add gochujang. I'm using a small spoon, like this one. I add it to the bechamel while mixing on gentle flame. It gets thicker than before. Don't let it get too thick though. It still has to be liquid enough to be spread on the pizza. Of course, you can add gochujang to your taste. Maybe you could even add gochugaru to make it spicier. But this is spicy enough for me since I'm going to add kimchi too, which is quite spicy. Now I'm going to stir fry kimchi with some onions and garlic. I'm using homemade kimchi I made myself. And once again, I did not measure the ingredients. Let's say as much onion and garlic as you like. I stir fry them lightly and we're ready for the best part. Now we make kimchi pizza. I use flour on the table and olive oil on my hands to prevent the dough from sticking. Yes, this was definitely not big enough. This is one of the 3 smaller pizzas I made. As you know, I'm going to use gochujang bechamel and some stir-fried kimchi on top of it. But I also wanted to make another version of this pizza because I was actually curious about how it would taste like with mozzarella on top. So we're going to try both versions. This pizza you're watching me season looks pretty good, but the truth is it's not the first one I stretched and put in the oven. The stretching process of the first one was a bit sad, and you can tell from the look of it. This is the one with only gochujang bechamel and kimchi. It's time to taste it. Wait, I forgot something important. I mean, how could I forget scallions? Since I don't live close by any store that sells them, Last time I bought some, I planted a few, but there's something else I forgot. Sesame seeds and a drizzle of sesame oil. Now we're talking. And as you can see from my face, it's good. It's pretty good. In the meantime, the pretty pizza I seasoned before was in the oven. When it's almost ready, I take it out and I put sliced mozzarella on top of it, and it goes back in the oven for a few minutes. And here it is. It does look good. I add scallions, sesame seeds, and sesame oil. Honestly, I'm starting to get hungry just looking at this making the voiceover. It tastes as good as it looks. I'm glad I tried this mozzarella version too. Thank you for watching. It was a bit messy, but I hope this video inspired you to try a new dish with kimchi and gochujang. If you try and make this pizza, let me know. I hope you liked it. Bye!